Hey, what's up, guys? Sterling the Investor here. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about the very first business that I ever started. I'm going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, the things I've learned, the mistakes I made. I'm going to cover it all in this video. And mind you, I started this business when I was about 21 years old. So it's over a decade old now. So I'll jump right into it. So this business was a nightclub and event promoting business. And basically, what we did was we promote different venues, different events throughout the city in exchange, or should have been in exchange for for monetary compensation based on performance. So how I got into this business was I joined one of the largest and most popular nightclub promoting companies in the city at the time, and this was in Orlando, Florida. And I was doing that for a while, but I kind of came in at the entry level. Like at the time, I wasn't even getting paid. Like I was just getting into nightclubs, getting into different events free. I got a little bit of status just being associated with that company, and all was good. And then eventually, I would work my way up. Well, the plan was to work my way up into a position to where I would get paid some. But the thought came to my mind, the guys that owned that company were a little bit older than me, and they were making a lot of money, and they had a lot of status throughout the city, and in particular throughout the college community that I was in at that time. And I just asked myself, I just say, why should I do the work for them? Why can't I do this myself? And that's just always been my entrepreneurial nature, is to kind of just take things into my own hands and give it a go myself. Little did I know that the business was a lot more difficult to be successful in than I thought. You needed deeper pockets than I thought. Um, I didn't take enough time to get enough experience to learn the business. So long short, I left that company. You know, three of my best friends at the time, and two of the guys are still extremely close to me right now. We all started the business. I took the money that I had from student loans. I started an LLC, which made a huge mistake with that. Like I paid like $1,000 through LegalZoom to get all of this stuff that I didn't need, when I could have just went straight to the state and got something like sunbiz.com and got something for like 200 or 300 bucks. So it literally started um, with a mistake due to lack of experience and lack of knowledge. So we start the business, and we we get a venue to take us on, to give us a shot, and without having any experience. So we get a flyer printed up. We have a Facebook page. We're like mass promoting, and looking in retrospect, we were over promoting the event. Like I mean, we were blasting Facebook messages every other hour. I mean, it was just overkill. Like I remember getting an email or a response to one of my promotions through Facebook, and our name, as you can see on here, was Class Promotions. Club Life always seemed so spectacular. Club Life was always so spectacular. That's what it stands for. So this young lady emailed me back. She said, "Well, how are you Class Promotions, and you've got a picture of a half naked girl on the flyer?" So it's just looking back again, retro site, huge mistake. But back to the event. So we get the venue to give us a shot, and we promote. I've even hired a couple girls at the time to help us promote, and just crickets. I mean, maybe 10, 20 people showed up. Now, there's a little bit of backstory. Um, One of the people that we started a business with, we believe, was probably sabotaging the event and negative promoting. So that probably played into it a little bit. But we didn't promote this event the right way. Like, we really didn't know what we were doing at that time. Luckily, we didn't have to put any money up, and we didn't risk any money. At the time, it just kind of damaged our reputation with that particular venue owner. But again, it was just one owner. We took it on the chin and kept it moving. So then the next opportunity that comes up in Orlando is something called Classic Weekend every year. Two historically black colleges and universities come together to have a big football game at a neutral site in Orlando, and it's a huge event. I mean, one of the biggest events in the of the year, in particular in the African American community. So that weekend, it's tough to get a venue, but we grind, we hustle, we get a club owner to give us an opportunity. This time, we do have to give him a bar guarantee. And for you guys that don't know what that is, you have to basically guarantee that his bar will make a certain amount of money, or you have to come out of pocket with the difference between what the bar does and what you guaranteed. So I think at the time the guarantee was like maybe $2,500, $3,000, and between the four of us, we came up with it. We had it, and we were ready to pay it if that's what it came down to. We had another shady promoter that was supposed to be promoting the event with us, but I won't get into that. Again, I kind of self sabotaging, and again, not having experience, not having knowledge, we didn't see it coming. But long story short, you got the biggest clubs in Orlando downtown right next to us. Everybody throwing crazy events and bigger, better events than us. But me and my guys, we rolled our sleeves up and we got on our grind. We were going out, pulling people from that were waiting in other lines, telling them, "Hey, we can get you in right now." You know, drink specials. We had a drink special going on, but we were literally just pulling people to our event. And long story short, the event turned out to be a success in terms of the experience, the people there, the people having a good time. However, we did not meet the bar guarantee. But this was a big lesson that I learned. At the end of the night, that we still helped that club owner make more money than he had probably made in a long time, because this wasn't a very well known club. He excused the bar guarantee because he seen how hard we were working, and he was so satisfied with the money that he did make, he did not hold us to that. And that taught me a lifelong lesson that if you put the work in, if you grind, if you give it all you have and you go for it, good things will happen. And then that kind of propelled our momentum. We felt good about that. We were like, okay, we learned how to not deal with a shady promoter. We learned about bar guarantees. We learned how to go out and grind and bring people back to an event. And that was a huge win for us. We didn't profit a dime that night, but we learned so much. Fast forward a few years, we all moved to Tampa, Florida. We start promoting the venue in Clearwater, Florida, again with some shady promoters, but this time we're doing bigger events. We're bringing Floyd Mayweather to the city. We're helping bring Miguel to the city. We're doing bigger events, and we're getting a small piece of the pie, but not what we probably felt we should have been getting. Long story short, that experience ends, and we've not really given up at this point, but our interest has gone to different places. We're starting to look into real estate. We're starting to look into trading. We're starting to look into things that look to have a bigger upside that we can have more control over. So it just kind of fizzled out. But this business kind of set a foundation for me as an entrepreneur, and just as a just how business works, just period. Like, I learned so much throughout this business, and this business was never profitable at any point. So just to put that out there, this is my first business. It was never profitable, but I learned so much and I gained so much experience. Me and my guys bonded. We got a whole lot closer. We knew we had each other back. And to this day, I still do business with those guys. And in particular, one of them, I mean, he's my business partner in almost everything I do. And I'm his business partner in almost everything he does. And we just learned so much from this experience. So that's the story of my first business, Class Promotions. Club life is always so spectacular. And again, I appreciate y'all listening to me. I'm so humbled that you took time out of your day to give me your attention for this time. And I'll catch y'all in the next video.